Alright guys, just about get ready to install the TKM Auto bed rack for Jeep Gladiator. So far, I unpackaged it. Pretty good quality. Powder coat seems nice. Little blemish there, but powder seems real nice. It's nice and sturdy. It's pretty heavy. This thing was on sale. They had like a flash sale, whatever they call it, on Amazon. It was $460. Compare that to $1,000 comparable roof rack. This one is 12.5 inches, so it only goes up halfway up the rear, which is what I liked. I didn't really want a really tall roof rack. I just wanted something that's back there to help me store my gear. But instructions aren't the greatest, I'll be honest with you, but I guess they're pretty straightforward. It just has to all bolt together and then mount into the truck. So we'll see how it goes. First thing I did was put these little rubber pieces on. These are the parts that mount to the actual truck. They come all pre-cut for you. You just have to put those on. These guys here, not quite done. And we'll see how this install goes. It says it should take about 2 hours, so let's see. First step is to put these rubber pieces on there. And basically it goes on the ends. This part here, that's the part that's gonna be going onto the truck bed so it doesn't mess it up. So first steps, let's get it. Another cool thing I like about this kit is that all the hardware is black. I know some of the ones I was looking at, it was silver, stainless or steel, what have you, and it kind of stood out because it basically had like black with a bunch of silver hardware on it. So I think I really like this kit because it's all black. All right, so all the double-sided rubber tape is all on there. So there was quite a bit. Basically, it's where everything gets bolted together. There's this 3M rubber, which is pretty awesome. So it's gonna actually like seat it nicely and it won't make a rattling noise. So I think that's pretty cool. Also protects the truck bed on the parts that go to the truck themselves over there. Those 6 pieces. So I think pretty solid quality so far. So now it looks like the instructions want me to start piecing together some of the parts before I actually bolt onto the truck. So let's get it. All right guys, here's a little update. My phone died on me. So I didn't get to record this part, but the first step is to, once you built these together, you put them onto the truck and then you bolt those in first. I spaced them out pretty evenly across the bed of the truck. Now there's 2 things you need to know. So my bed has the rail system, the OEM trail rail, I believe was what they call it. So I actually use these different little things that came with it. The kit comes with 2 different things. There's these little nuts that go in the back here. These little have these little grooves on there, and it bolts right in. If you don't have this trail system, you actually have another little bracket that looks like this. So you would use this little bracket, and this would basically bolt in. But I didn't use these because I have the trail rail system. So once that's in, everything's still loose. These are all still loose. The only thing that's tight is the mounting points here. I tightened those down just because I know that's where I want it. It's not going to move from there. But all this is going to eventually get tightened down once I put all the crossbars on it. So that'll be next. Alrighty, it is just about midnight and I got it all mounted. It didn't take me the full time. I took a break. We went and got some dinner, and then I came back and finished the project. But basically, one thing I wanted to mention is that I told you guys earlier that I tightened these down first, the parts that go to the bed. Don't do that, because I guess I didn't realize that there's not much adjustability here. I thought there was going to be more play. Like, I thought this was going to be more slotted. I guess I didn't really pay attention, but this has to be kind of on the money lengthwise when it comes to this way. So when basically what happened was I had this one 2 4 up. I had it like right here, and this piece was just not reaching, or it was too long. So I had to basically pull it back more. I honestly didn't want the rack this far back because I mount my mountain bike on there. It still fits, but it's super tight. So like you can see that it kind of scratched my mountain bike right here. But it fit though. It's just I was hoping it would be back a little bit more, just to give me a little more clearance. And in all reality, there's not much you can go back. I mean, I guess I could go back more here, but I don't really want to go past this. I want to leave this area a small gap, especially if I'm taking off the top. I don't want it to be like basically all the way butting up against it and causing me issues scratching it, trying to remove the top and stuff. So I left a small gap, and I think you're supposed to leave a small gap. So so it's nice to have it longer, but it's just a little tight fit from a mountain bike right here. But here she is, all said and done. I would probably say from start to finish, actually time working on it, I'll say 2.5 hours to 3 hours by myself. So a little bit more than 2 hours, but it's pretty nice. These things here, you can adjust these however far you want. So once again, I was mentioning I wanted I put my mountain bike right here, so I didn't want this over here. So I put them both as far to the left as possible, or to the center as possible. Technically, I can probably even remove one of these and just put one center plate. So these are pretty flexible up top, which is pretty cool. So if you're mounting a roof tent or something like that, you can kind of you have a lot of room to play around with to make sure your mounting holes line up top. But man, you can't beat this thing. I mean, $460 on Amazon Prime, shipped to my house in 2 days. You got a mounting spot here. So I actually even seen a dude, he had a mount that came out right here, and it came out right here, and he actually had his mountain bike mounted on the side right here. So he actually had it mounted right around here. So there's tons of things you can do, especially with these points, all these, all this, all the adjustability up top. So totally worth it. Spending $1,000 plus on some of these racks when you could do a budget rack like this for under $500. But I'll take a picture tomorrow during the day to show you how it looks, but my iPhone camera is doing a pretty damn good job at night. But thanks for watching. Message me if you have any questions or feedback.